Hello, beautiful Aquarius. Welcome to your general reading for the next 2 weeks. If you're new here, I'm Divine Light, and this energy is just for you, whether you're sun, moon, rising, or just feeling that Aquarian energy is strong. If you go on to enjoy this reading, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot and helps the channel grow. Let's dive in right away. Start out with your coffee cup, then we're going to move on to your tarot. You can see the tears of joy, 1, 2, 3, 4 different good news showing up here, and maybe even the fifth is something that is going to affect others as well. I see someone actually sitting down here. I don't know if you can see, they just balled up and they have a strong energy surrounding them. So this can even be you, because it's in your heart space. There's something coming into your life that is going to have a really high vibration. This can be something that will require you to show up fully as well. This can cause maybe a little bit like a hesitation, tiredness, suspicion within you. So towards the second week, maybe you're going to take a little pause, because I see there's a person also attached here. Now I can see a head right there. So you might want to pause, reflect a little bit, take some rest to handle this energy. This can be an offer. This can be a change in the wind. And because it's looking like the half of the yin yang energy, kind of looks like the yang part of it. It might require you to take some action, but before taking the action, you might need to gather up all your energy. That's why you're here resting. And I feel like because there's a movement on the bottom, you are maybe resisting to stop and reflect and maybe even rest your body, okay? It doesn't have to be like a Four of Swords moment that you feel defeated. That's why you're resting. It's like try to do something and feel defeated and start resting. This can be beforehand you realize, okay, I'm tired now. I don't want to deal with this thing. Let's give it a 5-minute break or 10-minute break. Then let's continue afterwards. This can even be like during a conversation, during like a work that you're doing. You can take that break, and it's okay to do that, because it seems like here it can be the breaking point of everything. If you keep going, you might really get like sick of the situation or want to drop it completely, okay? I see here in the beginning of the first week, it kind of like looks like to me a mermaid swimming towards it. There are two people on the background. Maybe you have a partner or you have something, because you guys are under the same umbrella here. This can be someone that you're working together or collaborating. There's a mermaid swimming towards you. And this mermaid has a letter A on their tail. I see 2 stars behind their tail. Star is your energy, Aquarius. Also, it indicates wish fulfillment, being in the flow. This person might be swimming towards and bringing 2 different desires of yours. And that can cause you to fall into their, get mesmerized by them. The mermaid, not the mermaid, but the siren is actually depicted as something negative when it comes to mythology, and they can trick the sailors. Like you're on the boat, in the same boat with someone, a mermaid, the siren is coming towards you, maybe tricking you into showing you something that looks like your starfish, your heart's desire, and maybe want to jump off of the boat. This can be coming for you to actually recognize that your gut feeling, your gut is going to tell you if this person's trustworthy or not, and trust it, go with it. I see there's another person right here. Looks like a man with like elongated head, and they have like a letter S maybe on their chest. Number 5 indicates travel. So this can be someone who has been around the block. They know what they're doing. And when you pass on the mermaid, this person is going to show up. Maybe they're not really exactly what you desired in the shape and the form. If this is something like you're looking for vanity, this person might not have it. The mermaid does have it, but can have a little bit dangerous part to it. But the person that is coming forth, which has the knowledge. Now I feel maybe you're going through a renovation, because there's like, I told you that you're on the same boat with this person. You have a roof over your head, basically. Kind of looks like a parachute as well. Maybe you're looking for someone to renovate your home, and someone coming up with a beautiful design, but they don't really have the knowledge. Maybe they're first project, or they're showing you AI stuff, which is not real designs, which is not something that has been executed. This person might be someone who doesn't really have that beautiful portfolio when it comes to presentation, but they might have the real pictures of the homes that you can go through and see, oh, okay, this person knows what they're doing. So I feel like here there's going to be a choice in the beginning of the week. And I interpret this in the examples that are coming to me, but it can be a different situation for you as well. And when you actually stick around and wait things to unravel, I feel like this mermaid is going to already show that they don't really have the capacity maybe to build that. Another thing I see here, there's a bull right here. Bull can be the financial support that is going to show up, and it's moving towards this second person right there. So it can be if this is something that you require, maybe financial backup or maybe a credit, something that needs to come to make this happen, it is going to go with aligning with that second knowledgeable person who has solid results in their hand, okay? This can even be an investment idea or a school, a teacher, a mentor. It's like maybe he's not even advertising himself. His back is turned towards you, so he is looking into the future project. So it can be some kind of like even a blessing that in disguise that you don't recognize at that moment. Seems like here there's a contract showing up. You might sign a contract with this person and start doing some things, and immediately after that I see that you're standing and there's a big wave coming forth. This kind of looks like an animal's call. I saw this as like a big wave, cloud can indicate thoughts, ideas, inspirations. The phone lines are forming, so that can be connecting you with like a lot of inspiration is going to connect you with the right situation, right people here, okay? And this doesn't have to be related with the first thing that you're going to be doing, but that can inspire you to do a second thing right here. There's another thing that you're leaning onto. There's a mask. The mask can be that in a situation that you're acting in a way that is not who you truly are, but this is something that you want to let it go. And it seems like you're going to find yourself in a more authentic place, okay? So this can be when you start maybe getting, let's interpret this as like a teaching experience. Maybe this is someone who's teaching you something about sales, real estate. Maybe that's what your profession is about. And when you get the knowledge, when you learn from them, you're going to find yourself in a different cloud of environment, okay? You're going to find yourself in a different mindset first, and then that's going to start attracting the different and in a higher level people. And the cloud is air energy. This is aligning with you, like an intellectual energy. So you're going to find yourself maybe in a place that is more intellectual, okay? That you're going to be able to express yourself better. You're going to be able to sell things that people are going to understand you better when you step in there. Can be something like that. I know this is very specific. Maybe you're retired and you're not really dealing with any of these things, but this can even be like working or collaborating with a person who understands you well and who also teaches you, maybe shows you how to communicate clearly so you can request some things clearly and receive them. You can ask for things to be in a certain order, you know, like maybe to tiles. You want your tiles to be like, I don't know if this keeps coming to me. But I see like a vision of a house, like the tiles of the bathroom with those like rounded shapes and stuff. You know, sometimes they don't pay attention and they can be like in a crooked way. So you want that to be perfectly aligned. And it seems like here this person is going to show you how they are doing it perfectly. And then you're going to be able to request it from others in a perfect manner as well, okay? And let's dive in the next week here, the second week. I see someone here kneeling down and feeding maybe a camel, a big animal. It's like a mythological animal as well here. So this animal can be the future, this future that you want to create, the endeavor, the investment that you are putting into the future, but you need to kneel down first. You need to serve it first, okay? And then you're feeding it and it's growing and be like creating here. I see kind of like reminds me of the Aladdin from the magic lamp story that he's wearing a big hat on top of his head, the silk hat. So it's just a luxury that you're going to be stepping in. First you serve the cause, and then the cause serves you. Okay, first you serve your desire, and then the desire serves you. In between the first and the second week, there's a pathway opening. But the thing is, though, this is actually affecting the past too, and this kind of looks like someone actually maybe pulling a boot. You know, when you cast your fishing hook, sometimes you get like boots out of the water and stuff, the shoes and the boots. So I feel like here you're receiving something, you're casting your hook, and something is going to come, and you're not going to feel satisfied with it first. But maybe when you flip it out, there's a fish inside of it. Okay, so that's why first you're pulling, like I see the angry face, maybe you're not going to be satisfied with it, but then it's opening up a new pathway for you. This can even be something that you're going to catch or find out. Maybe initially you're not going to like the results, but then when you look deeper, you're going to see how you are benefiting from it. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see the dolphin right here in your heart space. That indicates fun. And this can be someone fun coming into your life, that you're going to enjoy each other's company, that you're going to have a lot of fun together. Your desire initially seems like it's aligning very perfectly, but then there's a small pause. The pause can actually happen so you can readjust certain things, or it can be because of the timeline that needs to happen in the right place in the right time. I see here there is kind of like a mousy face showing up. Kind of reminds me of the coyote from the Looney Tunes, the Roadrunner and the coyote. The coyote thinks he's smart, but he gets fooled by the Roadrunner each time. So this can be because they're outside of your regular zone. This can be a coyote outside of your regular zone that you're not really like getting engaged with or have a conversation with, but they might try to trick you. Maybe they might even come here for the dolphin, and if this is like a friendship, they might want to take it away. Seems like though they're not going to be very successful. It can create a little bit like attention. Your attention might turn towards it, but it's not going to take too long. I see here someone actually, now this turned into a whale. Like I see a big whale with a big head. Someone's lifting it up. You might get someone strong, maybe physically strong, into your life in the first week that is going to help you lift something big, okay? The whale can be someone wealthy, abundant, and maybe this is a person coming into your home or into your work environment who has a lot of power, and you might receive some help from someone physically capable that can maybe help you how can I say that you're going to host this person, okay, maybe in your place. And I see that towards the end of the second week, there's a rose right there. So in the return of your good treatment to this person, you might receive a beautiful gift that will give you emotional satisfaction. On the other hand, I see a number 2 here. Number 2 indicates partnership, and this person might even come back to you and tell you that, okay, I want to partner up and do something with you because I love the way you approach the situation. Okay, I'm going to dive into your tarot. I'm using Tarot of Divine today by Yoshitani, which has all the good legends on there. We're going to start with your current timeline and see what's happening, and then we're going to look into past, present, and the future. Let's see. We had the moon at this current timeline. You might not really have clarity about what's happening, what's going to happen. But the thing is, your inner voice already speaking to you deep down in there, you already know what's going to happen or what you should be doing. That's the intuitive guidance that guides you, that sleek, small voice inside of you that keeps talking to you, keeps telling you, don't worry, it's going to be okay, follow this way. And it seems like here it's time for you to tap into that energy a little bit, listen to that voice, okay? But you might not really have clarity in the current situation, the future is going to bring. There's a completion happening. You're coming to the finish line. 4 of Wands can even be a celebration, a wedding, some forming a partnership with someone aligning with you, which I felt the energy in the cup. The partnership can be temporary, but the 4 of Wands indicates this is actually closing a cycle. Maybe even the moon the situation that is not clear is going to come to an end when you form the partnership with someone. Like I said, this doesn't have to be a lifelong thing. It can be a temporary partnership, but it is worth celebrating because it is going to bring a lot of good energies into your life. I see here two of them want to come. Six of Cups and Eight of Coins come forth here. So in this current situation, you might be thinking about the past and wondering and pondering what would have happened if I did this, or if I didn't do that, or if I followed my intuition. You might be doubting yourself here. But in order to understand what would have happened and that would have been the best maybe outcome for you, you need to dive deeper into learning more things. Eight of Coins is she's diligently working on her, like the flower pentacles here, like she's making some things happen, learning and experimenting. So this is the current situation that you can get out of that kind of mindset. What would have happened, I'm missing the past, is to put yourself into work. The work can be mental work, journaling, writing your desires down, contemplating, planning, doing one thing at a time, one thing in one day, every day, to go towards them. This can be also controlling your mind. If it's going to the negative, pulling it back to the positive outcomes. Okay, let's see the past effects of this. Okay, you don't have clarity because maybe you have been guided to this road by, we have a Virgo here, a hermit, someone knowledgeable, but they are in their shell, so spiritual teacher. But this person may be only spiritual. They don't really know much about the things you want to accomplish, but they know about, like, they have a general guidance idea. That's why you might not be feeling clarity, because sometimes you receive the advice and it doesn't make any sense until to the end. Okay, that's why you might be feeling the moon energy at this time. With the Four of Coins, we have the Four of Wands, we have the Three of Coins, which is partnership. So I keep saying partnership, partnering up with the right people, coming together with the right people. It seems like Three of Coins is actually teamwork makes a dream work. You're coming together with your soul family, people that are aligned with you, which happened in the past. Okay, if you want to create something new now, you need to match that energy. Find those similar energies, bring them together, because you know how it feels like to work with the right people, right energies, and create something amazing with them. Okay, you need to tap back into it to get to the finish line faster. Two of Coins is a balanced act right there. So whenever this is the past, what happened in the past, you keep balancing things out all the time. Maybe you had a hard time to balance them out because you were working too hard on something or thinking about so much about something instead of just taking necessary action or giving yourself a break and pausing the thinking process or acting process of that. So I saw that you're going to be resting. In your cup, there's like a moment of resting happening. So I feel like now this is time that you're giving yourself the time to rest, and the resting can look different for everyone. I see here Eight of Coins, maybe learning something new, directing your energy into something that gives you joy, and that's also utilizing your past experiences maybe or other skills on this subject. Okay, instead of just working too hard, maybe you have another skill that can bring a very fast solution to the situation. Like the example that I remember is, now I have here your present, what you can do, what can be done to actually bring peace into the situation. The celebration, come together with your soul family, the people who love you, people who support you, people who actually feel good around them, have fun with you, who can celebrate your gains, because sometimes it's too easy to find two people that support you when you're feeling down, but it becomes really harder to find the people who celebrate with you. And it seems like at the present, what you can do is find those people and bring them together and celebrate. What I was going to say here is, so from one of the classes that I got, I learned how to use Microsoft Excel perfectly. And I used to do fashion design, if you have been here for a while. And Excel has nothing to do with design, okay? But what happened is I started in a company and we were designing so many stuff, and it became really hard to track those things. And I used Excel, and I like scanned everything, all the pictures, all the photos, like everything that we do, and I placed everything and the prices, the meters, how many meter of fabric that we're gonna get. And it was massive amounts, but I managed it perfectly. So it became a custom in the company to actually track things with Excel, even though we were designers, and some designers actually rejected to that. And they said, like, we are here creative people, we don't have to do that. I mean, I had to see through the process because I'm really analytic. So I like that turned into something that actually boosted me, brought me promotion when I bring that in, and also helped me to organize and track my stuff very well. So that's why I meant, like, there's something you learned out of some, like, another thing it required for other thing, and now it's time to utilize that energy in the moment. That's what you can do. Okay, and I feel like this is connecting with the Three of Cups. As soon as you do, you're gonna get celebrated. You're gonna get celebration. You're gonna bring the people, and this is gonna reveal the people who can align with you and who cannot align with you, and you can start creating your own team. Okay, let's get to the second thing you can do. Four of Swords, resting in the present moment, because you're gathering up your energy, you're recuperating. This can be a forceful rest because maybe something's going to get paused along the way. But Four of Swords can also have healing energy, okay? So you are going to heal when you give yourself that minute or two, 10 minutes of meditation, or maybe even taking a day off, even if you're on the day off, because some people, they work on the weekends too. They don't stop. They work at night. They get phone calls, they get emails. Maybe one day actually turning off your phone is going to relax your mind, okay? We have the Fool here. So the Fool, today I listened to an interpretation of the Fool from another reader, and she said actually the Fool is not really in there. She's not really the Fool. She doesn't, like, she acts like or looks like that she doesn't know anything, but she's been around the block already. She's been around the Fool's journey, and this is the new beginning of her. So she knows what she's doing. She's not like she or he. Here we have a Mermaid right there. By the way, the Mermaid that we see can be a Libra. The Fool is Libra energy. So this can be someone who looks like that they don't know anything that they're doing, but it seems like they have been around the block now, I can see, and they're not as naive as they look. And so they might also treat you like that you are the naive one. So this suggests in the present moment, look at your background. You have knowledge. You know certain things. Even it doesn't have to be knowledge in the material sense. It can be spiritual knowledge, okay? Emotional knowledge that you have that you can utilize in this new journey too. The future holds the Judgment, forgiveness. Six of Coins is actually giving and receiving. So what you put out is going to be coming back to you multiplied, which is a positive thing, because what you're putting out can be a beautiful energy, a good smile coming back to you as a material satisfaction and as an offer, because you have perfect energy, beautiful energy. Judgment is from the past, whoever hurt you, or maybe whatever the situation that you got stuck on, or you keep thinking that could have been better. Now it's going to come to you as a clarity. Like in the future, you're going to realize that what's done is done, and what is supposed to be happening is going to happen anyways. That happened anyways. And now it's time to look at the gains, that whatever you gained out of it and what else more you can gain out of it. And in the future, we have Seven of Coins. Seven of Coins is like having doubt. Why? Because the Tower moment coming afterwards. So the future, this is not a bad thing. Even it looks like that she is actually jumping off of the tower. We have the Rapunzel here. She's freeing herself, okay, from this tower. And maybe you're planting your seeds for the future. You planted your seeds, or because this is the future, you're going to plant new seeds, and that might require some sacrifice, because there's like a story happening here. The gods are asking for a sacrifice, and that sacrifice might be demolishing something that is not really working for you anymore, a structure that doesn't work for you anymore, and jump off the tower so you can be free. Let's see what is coming afterwards. Queen of Wands, which is confidence, which is structure, which is adventure, which is actually doing what you want to do, okay? Making your moves in silence and becoming, like, living your best life. That's what's going to come afterwards when you let go of the things do not serve you. Let's get to your oracle now. We're going to ask for guidance from your oracles. Let's see what you need to know at this time. We have the star ancestors, the pyramids are on the picture. Follow the voice of your soul, which I mentioned in the beginning without even knowingly. That soul speaks, that sound speaks to me all the time. It's not like in my mind, it's in my heart. Very slight voice. Keep saying, okay, it's gonna be okay. Do not, like, she's not that loud. So that voice is very smooth and quiet. So you need to quiet your mind in order to hear it. But when you actually pursue the direction of that voice, that actually gets you to the places, helps you meet with the people that are going to be of help in your situation, and even help you receive, manifest the things you desire. So star ancestor can be your higher self as well, but also for some of you, you might have a beautiful ancestor like this, speaking to you from far away. And we see you in codes here, the numbers and the codes and stuff. Maybe just keeping an open ear, an open heart is going to be useful for you to hear at this time, okay? We have a shaman, trust in higher forces. Guys, I know you are Aquarius, logical, and you like to see things, tangible things. You go through the tangible. But the thing is, though, this timeline for the next 2 weeks, it's not going to be, the guidance are not going to be solid. It's going to be like really spiritual, really like it is going to look like everything like depends on the coincidences, but it's not coincidence, it's not chance. It's actually purposefully that you're being guided for your higher self. Your higher forces are actually going to be there for you, okay? That's why it's good to listen to your inner voice. And stand your ground is mountains. When the inner voice tells you to stand your ground, do not back up, or do not doubt what you're desiring is can be yours. Is there a possibility? Basically, that's, you're going to become that mountain and stand your ground, and you're not going to doubt it. Even if the doubt creeps in, or somebody tells you that, oh, it's not going to work out, you're not going to allow it. We have 3 stars here. Stars are wish fulfillment. And when it comes to 3, we have 3 of cups, 3 of pentacles, teamwork. You're going to have celebration. You're going to have soul family support. All that good stuff are showing up. But you need to stand your ground and do not doubt that what you desire is actually yours. It's meant for you, okay? It wouldn't be your desire if it wasn't meant for you. Now we're going to pull a crystal to charge your desires, your intentions. And as the writer of this deck says, that you can even take a screenshot of this thing, and that will be, when you pull it up, can carry the same energy. Let's see, we have a cube right here. What crystal is this? We have a charoite. It's for bonding, acceptance, and service. We have Chiron here, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius energy, but Chiron is actually the wounded warrior, heals the wounds and help the people to where your Chiron is, helps you help them heal themselves as well. So you can tap into that part of you, maybe where you were wounded, where you healed it perfectly, and now it's time to use that for service to others, okay? And that can, of course, it's going to have a return for you, because the material exchange is going to happen. You're giving energy, you're going to get some energy in return. And money, as we know, is also a type of energy. There are presents in the present. Charoite shows you the gift of living in the moment, enhancing gratitude and appreciation for the day-to-day. This is true acceptance, letting go of expectations for what your life should be and embracing what is right now. By just being, Charoite brings deep healing to your physical and emotional selves, down to your very cells, by reconfiguring your old programming into a new way of processing your daily life. After all, it's about perspective. Charoite helps you face your fears, see reality over projection, and live your truth. I love this. We have Virgo, Scorpio, and Sagittarius energies here. Those you can actually tap into, look into how they operate in this kind of situations, and you can embody the energy of those signs as well. I'm going to pull your heart path oracle. Let's see where it's going to lead you. These cards are massive for my hands, by the way. We have a beautiful, I love this. The journey Nothing is as it seems. Being true to yourself, it's coming twice with the crystal and as well as the card here. Being true to yourself, finding your soul family. We have a beautiful ladybug here, which is, I feel like, which is the bug of love. Okay, whenever there's something loving happening, some good energy surrounding you, I start to see, I don't know if the others, this is happening to you, comment down below. I start to see ladybugs all over the place when I'm feeling fully myself, when I'm feeling good about something. It comes to my life. Let's see. We have the journey here. Nothing is as it seems. Let me find it here. This is actually, I'm going to look at the aspects of what the writer meant with this too. It is easy to feel adrift these days. The message here is about waking up and taking action. The number 1 appears many times in this card and is all about the new beginnings, assertiveness, and accomplishment. It signals a time to step out of your comfort zone and go for your desires. It also signifies that you create your reality with your beliefs and actions. Let the starfish reprogram your thoughts so you see your life with new eyes and a new perspective. Nothing as it seems, and everything you thought was set in stone is an illusion. You're on the brink of a major breakthrough. Keep the wolf by your side to give you the strength and courage to step into the black portal. Once you do, things will change quickly. To help this process, discard any limiting or restrictive beliefs that keep you afloat in circles. Do whatever you can, however small, to contribute to creating a new loving, caring, heart-centered paradigm at work, in your community, and in your family. Remember that this is a journey and adventure that your soul chooses. There are others in your soul group here as well as on the other side of the whale. The only way to travel back and forth is with the power of love. There's an affirmation here for you. It stays here. The fear is only an illusion. The only power it has is what I give it. Okay? So you can use that during this next 2 weeks. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. And if you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.